you recognise this city?
Afraid not.
Brisbane?
The lack of recognition of our city skyline is something that we all talk about very often.
That's a river.
Melbourne.
That's the Swan River.
Oh, Adelaide?
No.
Maybe they've just been concentrating at school, I'm not sure.
I wouldn't have a clue. Where is that? That looks like Thailand or something.
Thailand? Are you kidding? How could you mix up smoggy old Bangkok with pristine Perth? Well, guess what? He's not alone. It seems most people haven't got a clue what Perth looks like or where it is. And I'm not talking about foreigners, but Aussies.
I'm going to guess that Perth's up there.
Perth is up here.
Good one, mate. That's Port Hedland, 1,600 kilometres away.
It says that we are lacking something iconic to identify us.
Alarm bells started ringing when we looked at the nation's most Googled travel questions of 2013. Aussies wanted to know where Timbuktu was. Fair enough. They were curious about Bali, Syria and Gallipoli. But the number one travel question, where is Perth?
I think the notion that we're not on the map is fading fast.
As Lord Mayor Lisa Scafidi checks out the progress of Elizabeth Quay, she ponders what Perth might look like with an instantly recognisable landmark.
There is a bit of a feeling that we don't have an icon like the Opera House, like the Harbour Bridge, and we want that recognition factor or iconic piece of infrastructure that is going to brand our city.
What about the bell tower, I hear you ask, but it's only 82 metres tall.
I think we need to get over giving the old bell tower a hard time. It is what it is.
It's nice, but it's not us. You know, we really need something special that's memorable and iconic and says, this is Perth.
Curtin University's Professor of Sustainability, Peter Newman.
I think we could show a bit more flair now, and I would love to see something in the Elizabeth Quay development that reflects this new pride and confidence and something that is memorable.
Which gets us back to Perth's identity crisis. We sent reporters onto the streets of Sydney and Melbourne with a photo of our city skyline.
Well, it's an Australian capital city.
I'm looking for a bridge.
Brisbane?
Brisbane, yeah.
It's not Brisbane.
No?
Melbourne.
Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast? No.
Sydney.
It's not Perth, 'cause that's too big for Perth.
So it's probably Melbourne.
Hobart.
Is it Brisbane?
Brisbane. I'm going to go with him.
It's not Darwin.
That's the Swan River, so that would make this city...
Could it be Adelaide?
I'm going to go with Melbourne.
I don't know.
It's actually Perth. Whoa, we're from Perth. We're on a holiday from Perth. We fly back tomorrow and we didn't even know. Oh.
So what do we need to do to put Perth back on the map?
When we did Modest and Frugal, we were a big country town. We now need to do exciting, attractive, something to be proud of. We need something special.
We tried the Perth sign for a while, popular with punters, but not the decision makers.
Well, the Perth sign is a bit sad because it's basically saying, well, you may not know who we are and where we are, but this is it. Can't you read?
What about plonking it in Kings Park, overlooking the city?
Do we need to remind ourselves who we are? And it is copying Hollywood.
A cable car has been suggested, again linking Kings Park with the city.
The cable car, I think, is a very nice idea because people want that that adventure engagement. They want to be able to hop on something and check out the view from point A to point B.
Professor Newman says our Aboriginal heritage should take centre stage.
And the Woggle, which is the Dreamtime narrative that shows how the river was formed, why not develop a building there that is in the form of the Woggle, the snake, and inside the building you can see all about Aboriginal heritage. It could be something that's built with iron ore and local timber.
Back to our two biggest cities, and we also asked people to identify Perth on a map of Australia.
We're here, and it got
right
hotter,
about
I got burnt worse. I'm going to say there.
Ah, it's lower, it's right there.
Whereabouts? Up here. It is beautiful up there.
Let's have a read somewhere. About here.
There. Oh, bang on. Well done.
That's better.
Thank you for the geography lesson, though. I appreciate it.
I hope the Americans can find us. The New York Times recently ranked Perth number 9 in the top places to go in 2014.
I actually got a lot of text messages that said, you know, the Stables Bar's been mentioned in the New York Times.
Tim McClernand's Stables Bar cracked a mention as one of Perth's hotspots.
Our idea was always to have a bar, like a bar that people would like to come and drink at, but with really good food. It's rewarding to build something that people obviously like to come to.
With cool bars, international restaurants, and an incredible sporting and concert venue, we've finally shaken the Dullsville tag.
Perth is in a resurgence. Perth is a very wealthy place now, but we need to now reflect this new sense of confidence and identity.
Now we just need something iconic to take the next step.
Now is as good a time as any, 15 years out from the 200th birthday of our city, recognising how far we've come from being a mere British colony to a substantial international city. We really need to talk about this now.
Let's make it a competition. Let's talk about it. Let's get something out there to say, what is next for Perth to express our identity?
We can shake off the shackles of being seen as the poor little sort of West Coast city. We can hold our own loudly and proudly now as the Western Gateway to this continent, and really we just want something to perhaps brand us a little bit more strongly.